In Galatians 5, verse 1, Paul was chastising the Christians about them going back to their days of bondage when they have found freedom. So they were all trying to use circumcision or uncircumcision to determine how righteous they were. And this just reminds me of us today. You know, we feel that we should put ourselves under certain stereotypes. We should box ourselves. I call it the boxing culture. You know, if I am this, then I must be this. And even sometimes you don't even realize that you do it. I recall I was eating with my husband and I didn't want to eat meat. You know, I declined eating meat. And he looks at me and says, "Oh, so you're vegetarian?" And I look at him like, "No, I really just don't want to eat meat right now." And then another day, I declined eating eggs and he said, "Oh, so you're now vegan, eh?" I'm like, "No, I'm not vegan, I'm not vegetarian. I just want to eat everything moderately. Why do you have to box me? Why do I have to be something?" And it's just, from our childhood, we are taught that you must be something. It's all about stereotypes, you know. I was talking to my daughter and trying to explain to her why she must be tidy everywhere around her. She must try and keep everything tidy and neat. And I said, "Oh, because you know you're a girl, you know you have to always keep your environment tidy." And she looks at me and says, "Why is it because I'm a girl?" And in my heart I'm thinking, oh goodness, that's a good question. And so I say to her, well, society expects it of you, you know, you're a girl, you know, they expect these things of you, but it's just even good for you to be tidy. And my first answer was wrong. I was trying to box her there into fitting within what society expected of a girl. The second answer was right, because really it's good for anyone to be tidy, whether you're a girl, whether you're a boy. We should teach our children hygiene, cleanliness, regardless of gender. So we need to just stop stereotyping, especially with our children. We do it all the time, but especially with our children, you know. This argument of gender, choosing whether you're a boy or a girl, I just don't buy it. I don't think that's the issue. You see, you're either a boy or you're a girl. It's the truth. So let's stop trying to change that. It's the truth. What we must change is the stereotyping that is associated with being a girl or a boy. So we must stop trying to force girls to do girly things and be girly, or boys to be macho. You know, we must just teach them basics about life. I would say teach about Christ, teach about respect, teach about kindness, teach about hard work, things that they need to learn from childhood. How about just teaching them that and just leaving them to grow and to be whatever their insights tell them to be, without forcing them to be what a girl must be or what a boy must be, or do girlish chores or boyish chores or girlish jobs. So we need to be fluid in that way. But we've also taken it further with our children, you know, when it comes to forcing them, or perhaps the children feel pressured to sexually stereotype themselves. Why is a 9-year-old feeling pressured to say he's gay and come out? Why don't we tell our children the truth? That really and truly they have no business thinking about sexual preferences. Our children, our adolescents, our teenagers, they have no business thinking about sexual preferences. Why don't you tell them the truth that sexual intimacy is really about you giving yourself to somebody while still retaining who you are? And you can't give yourself in that way maturely until you know who you are in other ways. So why don't we let our children focus on knowing who they are in other ways and leave sexual preferences out of their lives until they are at a mature age? Why must they be boxed into being gay or hetero? Why should a boy who is a feminist automatically feel he's gay? Why would your parents automatically stereotype you as gay because you're a feminist or a tomboy girl. Likewise, you're a lesbian. No, we shouldn't label children just because of traits that they manifest sexually. That is, we need to stop that as boxing them and putting unnecessary pressure on them. And we've brought this boxing into Christianity. Now, this is what Paul was talking about. You're a Christian, you must be this way, you must do this, you must look this way, you must, rules and rules and rules. And Paul told them, no, I don't want anyone to tell me how to be or to do as a Christian. I just want to spend time with God, get to know God better through His Word, read the Word, study the Word, meditate on the Word, memorize the Word, obey the Word. And anyone who chooses the route of focusing on God and seeking God and getting to know God better through the Word will actually reflect the only thing we must reflect as Christian: fruit. We are called to be fruitful. And you will reflect fruit, the fruit of the Spirit, which is love, joy, peace, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, gentleness, self-control, and perseverance. And once you reflect the fruit consistently, you've got it. You've got it. You're working with the Spirit, which is what Christianity is all about. Just tell them, don't box me. Tell them, let me be me. Let me be free. And walk with the Spirit.